I'm speaking to this because I genuinely fear for the future of this and the people consuming this type of shit, bro, because they're gonna ruin their lives, bro.
Why would you keep using steroids when you can retire? Retire now before it's too late. Oh, Greg, you're such a horrible YouTuber.
Like, I could probably go on Instagram right now and the first thing I'm gonna see is probably like, what? Jack dude, see, like, it's right there.
Yeah, first picture is a Jack dude.
Like, it's just right there. Yeah, I feel small even though, like, I've been going to the gym for like...
Dude, for 17, man, you're freaking thick.
I don't know what happened, but I just feel so alone.
Lately, I've noticed that people are starting to hate fitness influencers, and I'm not the only one that thinks this. What used to be a top-tier natural physique has now become a mid-physique. I used to think that Jeff Nippard had an extremely elite natural physique, but nowadays, with the standard for elite physiques going through the roof, most people consider Jeff's physique as mid. Some even go as far as to say that Jeff is small. I spoke to some fitness influencers behind the scenes. Many of them are telling me that something frightening is going on. But what exactly is happening to the fitness industry right now, and why is everyone beginning to hate fitness influencers? What is the ideal male physique? Just 2 years ago, most people on social media would have said Alex Eubanks, David Lade, or Jeff Side. It wasn't long ago when people used to value proportion over everything. Most people didn't strive for an overwhelmingly unnatural physique, but nowadays, the standard for the perfect male physique has changed. If you ask someone what physique they want to achieve, they're more likely to tell you that they want to be like Sam Sulek or the Trent twins. And that's not to hate on people who take steroids, but it tells a lot when people say that Alex Eubanks and David Lade are small. Just several years ago, people considered their physiques to be unachievable naturally. Now people simply think that they're small.
Alright, come right there, close up a face.
This is why you're still small, David.
But what has caused such a huge shift in the ideal male physique? Recently, there's been a major shift in the fitness industry. Before 2022, people considered steroids as cheating. Anyone who used steroids would have had their work discounted from them. People thought that if you used steroids, you would automatically become huge. Because everyone looked down on steroids, most fitness influencers who used steroids lied about their usage. This led to an era that people call the fake natty era. Influencers who used steroids lied about their natty status in order to keep their reputation afloat. And it's easy to say that it was obvious they used steroids in hindsight, but back then, many viewers believed that they could naturally achieve physiques like Cali Muscles or Jeff Sides.
Ain't no test, Deca, Tren, Quinn, none of that up in me, bruh. Ain't no creatine, protein powders, none of that, bruh. Ain't no weight gain shake, none of that, brother, so I'm so shredded.
Ever since the fake natty era, people have begun to respect honesty more than anything. Whenever influencers were open about their steroid usage, viewers would praise them for being honest. This was a great change of pace, but it didn't take long before things got out of hand. Within a matter of time, steroids went from being looked down upon to being cool.
Would you ever consider taking steroids?
I'm on steroids.
You're on steroids?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, what do you want? If you're open to talking about it.
Tested primo.
And how long have you been on it for?
It's been 12 weeks now.
12 weeks. And have you noticed like crazy gains?
Yeah.
And how long were you training naturally before that?
About a year.
A year. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Just for the aesthetics.
Damn.
For the looks, yeah.
Nowadays, influencers who use steroids are cooler than those trying to train naturally. Even people who have used smaller amounts of steroids like David Lade have mostly phased out. Instead, influencers blasting steroids like Sam Sulek and Toji have begun dominating the scene. And this problem has only gotten worse since 2023. Ever since last year, content has emerged where people glorify steroids. The fact that being natty isn't cool anymore is a huge concern. At this point, all people see in their feeds are people on steroids. And as a result, we're currently experiencing a phenomenon called physique inflation. Natural aesthetic physiques that were elite 2 years ago are now seen as terrible. Because of this, almost every natural lifter is now questioning whether their physique is even good. YouTuber Sean Laliwanj has been experiencing this lately despite having an extremely elite physique.
Even for myself, I mean, I think I have a decent natty physique, but when I'm constantly seeing the top tier naturals in my feed, plus all the enhanced guys as well, a lot of the time I honestly look at my own photos and videos and just think, eh? I mean, it's okay, but it's really nothing special.
But what exactly are the consequences of this new era? And why is there a brewing hatred for the entire fitness industry? Influencer Lex Little recently spoke about the new era. Lex Little is terrified of what's about to come. Lex was once accused of being one of the biggest fake natties in the industry. He had the strength and aesthetics, and many consider this to be impossible naturally. But after he went on a recent bulk, many viewers now quickly assume that he's natural. Lex believes that the implications of the new era are terrifying.
Is it really better? Like, is it really better to have everyone open and honest about steroids, but it's completely glorified, where I can't scroll my Instagram reels without seeing some fat, fucking, chubby kid who doesn't even look like he lifts weights fucking injecting and getting like couple thousand likes? Is that really better than, hear me out, what me and Steph grew up with in fitness, which was everyone was a fucking fake natty, and me and Steph believing that some of these people were natural that completely fucking weren't, and being almost deluded that we could take natural lifting way fucking further than most people could. Because I think, me and Steph have hypothesized, and I'm not saying one is better than the other, but I am saying we have came to the conclusion that we don't think we would have brought our physiques naturally, whether you believe it or not, as far as we have, without looking up to those people who were never natural in the first place but claimed it. So I honestly think with the way fitness is going, I think this is honestly worse than having a bunch of fucking fake natties to a certain degree. Now, you know, both edges of the sword fucking suck, but you gotta pick your poison.
But beyond the issues with steroids, there's another shift in the fitness industry that has left everyone hating fitness influencers. Because people who take steroids are becoming more popular than ever, behaviors associated with steroids are becoming more popular as well. Fitness influencers have egos bigger than ever right now. It's not uncommon to see influencers beef with others just for the sake of views. A prime example of this is Greg Doucette. Greg Doucette starts drama with other influencers just to drive attention to his supplements.
Who do you think's the corniest fitness person?
Define like corny, meaning
Annoying.
annoying. Jeff Nippard. Annoying.
Why?
His voice and the fact that he just...
You're saying his voice is annoying?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy disrespectful. Whoa.
I see how he is on camera and I see how he is behind the scenes, and it's a different person. At least me on camera and behind, like... I'm not meaner off camera. If anything, I'm a lot nicer.
Starting drama with other influencers is not a new thing, but with the rise of physique inflation, it's opened the doors for people with big egos to constantly attack each other. People who genuinely wanted to spread a positive light like William Lee have completely left the industry because of the toxic nature of it. William Lee was once a thriving influencer who loved to share workout tips, but because people constantly tried to put William down, he felt a growing pressure to improve his physique. As a result of this, he developed severe body dysmorphia and hasn't uploaded in over a year.
I feel so alone. I feel so unmotivated. Like I don't even want to go to the gym, and that's why I've been gone. I just don't think that I have the energy, as in like when I make videos, I want to be able to motivate you guys, motivate the kings, and get you guys shredded, get you guys in the gym. But if I can't even do it for myself, I feel like an imposter. I just don't feel like I have good energy to put out sometimes, because I feel myself falling back into depression.
Some fitness influencers have dealt with this growing pressure by photoshopping their pictures, but this only leads to more hate in the long term. Instagram pages that are solely dedicated to exposing photoshoppers have emerged, and while these Instagram pages do a lot of good service to the industry, by exposing them, they only make the hatred for fitness influencers even greater. What do you think about the fitness industry today? Do you feel hatred towards any fitness influencers?